This is Greg Troutwine with Marine Technology TV. We're here at the Ocean Business 2017 in Southampton, and we're with Don Pickering, the CEO of BlueHaptics. And Don, first and foremost, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
That's great. Well, Don, just to start off, could you give us a short introduction of yourself, how long you've been in this industry, and specifically with BlueHaptics?
So I've been in software now for 20 years, building mostly internet and enterprise technology. And I've been working now in the subsea realm for the last 6 years with a company called One Ocean, which was building cloud technology initially, and then now with BlueHaptics since 2014.
Interesting, but what got you into the subsea software industry?
So I was working for a company that was interested in mapping the entire ocean. And it turned out the challenge wasn't raising the billions of dollars and the finding the ships to do it, but the challenge was having software that could handle all of that data. And so we spent a lot of time looking at how software could help streamline and rationalize the subsea industries. And it turns out I think there's opportunity in not just survey, but robotic operations, which I'm working in now.
BlueHaptics, I'm correct saying it's been around since 2013?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure there are many people in our audience and our magazine that knew who BlueHaptics is, but can you give a short description?
Sure. We are a software company based in Seattle, Washington, in the USA. And we're launched as part of the University of Washington in the Applied Physics Lab, which is a Navy defense lab, to help solve the problem around how to identify and remove ordnance and bombs off the seafloor. And so the Navy was looking for technology beyond divers to do that work, and they needed software to make ROVs precise enough to take over that work. So we were started with defense grants to help solve that problem, but realized the technology could be extensible to the oil and gas industry, offshore renewables, and even sectors beyond subsea.
So Don, we understand that you have a new software product coming out called DEXA. If I'm correct, it'll debut sometime this summer. So if you could just share with us a few insights as to what DEXA is, who the target is, and I guess in the big picture, what's the value proposition to this industry?
So DEXA is a software new software control that allows people to use gamepad controllers to run shilling manipulators. So the current control mechanism for shilling manipulators is an analog or manual control system. It's a $25,000 controller. It's very complicated to use. You have to move each joint individually. So moving the end effector or the claw in a straight line side to side or in and out is a very difficult task. We're replacing that $25,000 controller with a $40 gamepad and software. So most pilots tend to be younger. They've all played video games before, so the form factor is very intuitive and easy for them to train and learn on. And furthermore, with our software, they only have to worry about moving the claw or end effector, and all the joints are resolved algorithmically through software. So it's very intuitive and easy to train and learn on. There's additional features that aren't possible to do with the existing controller, which is like memory presets to save and memorize where you were. There's also the ability to lock out axes, so you can move on a plane or move in a straight line in and out. So it's reduces accidents through precise and direct control. If it's a newer pilot, we can slow them down, control their speed. And if the controller breaks, you don't have to spend $25,000 for a new one and wait 6 weeks. We can replace it at the local drugstore with a Xbox or type controller.
Or steal it from your kid.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely. So every business, every company has its challenges. And again, you're just debuting this new technology. To date, what do you count as the biggest challenge to bringing it from inception to the market?
I think just developing the initial technology. I think the technology was years in development. And of course, as a startup company, getting access to a $300,000 manipulator wasn't easy. But we've cracked that puzzle and have it working. I think DEXA is just the first product that we're releasing. The future versions of our software will incorporate sonar and laser data and machine learning to help augment the pilot even further. But we're really excited about this new release, and it's been received with a lot of interest and very strong reception from the industry.
Again, we were discussing the role of software and its ability to help make this industry, this technology, more efficient. We talk about big data all the time. Can you just give me an overview of how you see the evolution of software solutions in this industry? And I guess tough to really couch the question, but where are we going and how fast are we getting there?
Right. Well, I mean, although we've been using ROVs and robots for 20 years now to fix things underwater, which is very unique, by the way, anywhere within robotics.
How so?
Well, when we think of robots in the factory, where you can program them to be highly repetitive and automate tasks. But in underwater, with currents and different visibility, there's just too much variability to have that same programmability. So we haven't really moved beyond manual control in 20 years. Okay. And yet we have more processing power, we have better and cheaper sensors, but we're not able to use that information for control. So the software closes that loop and connects what a robot and the pilot sees to what the robot does. Okay. And I think ultimately we'll see a whole new breakthrough, not just in the things that we can do, but in the safety and efficiency of how we do it. And software really is a missing link to make robots work more effectively.
Well, that's a fantastic conclusion. Again, this is Greg Troutwine with Marine Technology TV at Ocean Business. And Don, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.